The rise of petrodollars has made the Arab world insanely wealthy. Today, monarchies in the Gulf region literally rule the world. The Saudi royal family, led by the pompous sage king, Salman bin Abdulaziz, is undoubtedly the wealthiest. At 87 years old, the sovereign is currently the oldest reigning monarchy. As a result, King Salman has enjoyed the finer things in life and amassed an incredible fortune, estimated at $1.5 trillion. Arguably the most ostentatious person on the planet, his standards of luxury are on another level. Controlling one of the world's most oil-rich countries has many benefits. The country also has massive mineral reserves, and the Saudi royal family appreciates pure gold. The gold standard is redefined by King Salman, who adores the precious metal. We discover the extravagant lifestyle of the protector of the two holy cities. The House of Saud comprises thousands of members, each successful in their own right. King Salman ascended the throne in 2015 at 79 years, after a lifetime of service to the kingdom. He took over from his brother, the late King Abdullah. Under Salman, the kingdom's capital, Riyadh, grew to be one of the wealthiest cities in the Middle East and a hub for trade and commerce. King Salman has a huge family of 13 children from 3 marriages. He is a well-known diplomat, which helped him gain the throne because he was frequently a mediator among the 4,000 Saudi princes. King Salman boasts numerous national and international achievements. His sphere of influence in Saudi Arabia is second to none, but the crown prince comes close to this absolute power. It should be noted that he previously served as governor of Riyadh for 48 years. Yes, that's nearly 5 decades, which he wisely used to network and build his influence. Questions on whether he is fit for office have caused controversy, but citizens of the country say he is a strong ox, despite being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. About 98% of Saudi Aramco, the most successful petroleum company in the world, is under the authority of the king and the royal family. This company was privately held until recently when they decided to take it public in 2019. Saudi Aramco briefly surpassed Apple as the most valuable company on the planet by taking advantage of this year's increase in oil prices. Given how much this single industry contributes to Saudi prosperity, it is no surprise that the Saudis are beyond wealthy. So where does the king lavish this vast wealth? The family has access to several historic palaces that they have inherited. The official residence of King Salman is the sprawling Al Yamama Palace. It is spread over a whopping 9,884 square meters of living space made of Italian marble floors with intricately curved ceilings and wall panels. Built for kings, the house, as mentioned, epitomizes Saudi elegance in gold. It is one of the most gold-endowed structures in modern history. King Salman chairs meetings and hosts foreign dignitaries in this fine royal palace, which is truly priceless. The value of the palace remains undisclosed, making it difficult to quantify this historically evolving marvel. One palace is insufficient for the sovereign, who has many others distributed throughout the kingdom. These include the Al Auja Palace, the Erga Palace, and the Murrabba Palace. All of these are worth tens of millions or more. The family also owns fabulous properties outside the kingdom, including the Chateau Louis XIV in France, Le Château de Lumière in the United States, and Castagneto Castle in Italy. This monarchy cares more about luxury and less about money. Everything within their reach is gold-plated. Furniture, cutlery, and even tissue dispensers. Perhaps the most influential figure in Salman's family is his son, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. At 33, he became the kingdom's youngest crown prince and is on his way to becoming the kingdom's youngest king. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, one of the family's wealthiest members, owns the world's most expensive private jet, valued at $500 million. The family has no spending limit, which has sparked criticism. Top-class vehicles are just toys when it comes to King Salman. While A-list celebrities drive 1 or 2 of the latest brands, this royal family rolls with an entire fleet of vehicles. The number of people in King Salman's entourage exceeds 1,500, and his motorcade is spectacular. His signature vehicle is the Mercedes-Benz S600 limousine, which he drives in pairs for anonymity. On his trip to Tokyo, the king ordered 500 more limousines in his fleet. You can do the math for the cost of 500 premium vehicles. Even more impressive is his fleet of planes. Saudia, the kingdom's national airline, bought a whole range of Airbus planes to meet the king's requirements. His personal jet, dubbed the Flying Palace, is a gold-draped Boeing 747. In addition, the monarch insisted on plain golden escalators instead of standard escalators, unsuitable for a man of his stature. Unfortunately, because gold is malleable, the gold glider had a mechanical problem on its way to Russia. But he additionally has an Airbus A380 and other epic private planes. King Salman is big on vacations and royal tours around the world. His trips consume an incredible amount of time, money, energy, and resources. The king values privacy and once closed down a public beach in France for 3 weeks while on vacation. A trip to Russia cost him $100 million and more than 400 tons of wired luggage. The king is notorious for booking entire 5-star hotels during his visits, whether in Washington, D.C. or anywhere in the world. He carries his staff and gold from Saudi style in his unique decor. On his trip to Tokyo, the king had a classic luggage problem. A $14 million Lockheed Martin military-grade aircraft transported this luggage. It is most commonly used to transport tanks and other heavy artillery, but it can also transport the king's vehicles. He reserved over 1,200 rooms in Tokyo's most prestigious hotel and his usual 500 limo motorcade. He broke his record in Indonesia when he carried over 506 tons of cargo. The cargo this time was carried by 7 large transport planes. The king values the interests of the nation and its security. He does not hold back in arming the country to defend it. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, Saudi Arabia is the largest military spender in the Middle East. It also has the distinction of being the world's largest arms importer. In collaboration with the UAE, the ruler led the initiative for military intervention in Yemen. This military campaign cost an estimated $67.6 billion in 2018. He was later charged with war crimes, but that's another story. Given the king's numerous opponents, his security detail is also critical. The Saudi Arabia Royal Guard is a unit in the Saudi military forces that protects the sovereign and the royal family. They collaborate with the country's intelligence agency, the GID, to ensure that the king's visits are thoroughly assessed prior to his arrival. The king never walks on the floor and must wait for the red carpet. His Highness is very secretive about his lifestyle, but the Panama Papers discovered that he owns a yacht named Erga. In addition, he owns 2 others, Tuek and Al Salama. In terms of luxury, King Salman's son, Saudi Crown Prince MBS, slightly outdoes his father. MBS owns a $500 million super yacht called Serene, which is said to be one of the most luxurious in the world. He also paid a gasping $450 million for the world's most expensive painting, Salvador Mundi, created by the Italian polymath Leonardo da Vinci. Other Saudi princes also have shocking possessions, such as a diamond-encrusted Mercedes-Benz owned by Prince Al-Walid, argued to be the most expensive car in the world. Aside from their personal excesses, the Saudis are now funding revolutionary projects that will transform the future. We've covered some of these jaw-dropping projects like the Neom Project and Pangeos the Terra Yacht. More developments are on the way that could make this kingdom a beacon of technology. Trillions of dollars will go into transforming the country into a global powerhouse. Mohammed bin Salman devised the strategy as part of his Vision 2030 roadmap. The father and son have led many initiatives, such as giving women the right to drive cars and other freedoms. King Salman is currently the world's 3rd richest royal. A fifth of the world's oil reserves are in Saudi Arabia, but other sectors like construction, aviation, and mining also thrive. Despite being aged at the moment, King Salman understands how to spend his trillions, and his taste is still impeccable. And only for the known fortunes, not the hidden wealth in offshore havens. he received an honorary mention in Pandora's papers. MBS is sitting pretty, looking to inherit this enormous amount of wealth. Could Salman's overzealous son become the wealthiest royal? Time will tell.